Workers' comp is an important financial benefit and, if you ever need it, you may want to know who pays for workers' compensation. Most U.S. employers must purchase workers' compensation insurance. Unfortunately, workers' comp insurance doesn't cover all workers. If you're an independent contractor, an agricultural worker, or a domestic worker, your employer might not provide workers' compensation insurance. It's important to file a workers' comp claim if you're injured at work. Alerting your employer to unsafe work environment conditions and practices can help the company prioritize safety for workers in the future. Workers in some industries experience more job-related injuries and illnesses than others. For example, construction workers and nursing assistants suffer a higher than average number of work-related injuries and illnesses. If you lose a toe packing boxes in a warehouse, take a tumble from a broken office desk chair and get a concussion, or develop a medical condition because of job duties, workers' compensation is intended to cover medical costs and compensated you, the injured victim, for lost wages. To qualify for workers' comp coverage, an employer-employee relationship must exist and an accidental injury must occur while you're performing the job, get sick because of the job, or become exposed to toxic substances, such as asbestos because you're employed by a business that renovates old buildings. If you're injured at work, it doesn't mean the employer must automatically provide workers' comp benefits. For instance, if a co-worker's spouse arrives at the office to shoot her cheating husband, she's not the cause of a work-related injury. If the spouse tries to shoot her husband and accidentally shoots you instead, you might be covered under workers' comp. Workers' compensation insurance is complex. If you'd like to know more about workers' comp because a work-related injury has caused financial stress in your life, remember the following 10 tips. Number 1. Report any illness or injury your doctor says is work-related. Advise the company's human resources department right away. Request an incident report form, then complete it. HR should make recommendations about next steps. If additional forms or paperwork don't follow your incident report submission, follow up with your supervisor. Number 2. Choose an appropriate medical provider. If you became injured in a work emergency, the ambulance driver will take you to the nearest hospital. If the injury occurs in a non-emergency scenario, the employer may suggest a certain doctor, health clinic, or hospital. Number 3. Let the doctor or hospital know you were injured at work. As you fill out paperwork in the doctor's office or in the hospital, make sure to tick off the box that asks if the injury occurred at work. This step directs medical bills related to your injury to the workers' comp insurer or to your boss and not to you. Number 4. Check your medical records to ensure the work-related injury is accurately reported.